Yo. All right. Oh, we gotta get this one out of the way. Clemson University, my alma mater. What are we doing, folks? Dear old Clemson, we will triumph. Where the Blue Ridge yawns its greatness, where the Tigers play. Here the sons of dear old Clemson reign supreme alway. Dude, I'm just going to read the group message I have with my friends, my fraternity brothers from college at Clemson. This is since the assassination of Charlie Kirk. There's been some idiots in the university campus employed and studying. There's this freaking student hands a piece of paper to another student. Where is this at? With a message on it, just out of nowhere. Don't really know the context of if they were in class together or what. Okay. Message says, F yo homie, he dead. Rest in piss, Charlie Kirk. And then she starts chanting, like doing like a cheer, like F yo homie, he dead, all this stuff. And then he's like, why? Do you want to say something? Like, can you look me in the eyes and give me an explanation? And she was like, he's a terrible person and deserved to die. First of all, miss, every single person deserves to die. We're all sinners. But as humans, none of us have the right to decide when someone's life is over. None of us decided when someone's life began, so we can't decide when it ends. Like, who has the right to decide when, oh, your life has been enough? Especially when your mission in life is to promote peaceful dialogue, conversation, debate, peace. Charlie didn't harm anyone, kill anybody. And she's talking about how he deserved to die. Like, who does she think she is? How did she get into Clemson? Clemson was a great school when I was there. There's other professors that have been tweeting pretty much the same words. Let's see if I got one readily handy right here. Clemson faculty is inciting violence against conservatives. It's time for a special session to end this. Third member of Clemson faculty has been found spouting egregious hate on his social media after Kirk's assassination. Oh gosh, Trump retweeted defund Clemson. Might not be the worst idea. Maybe people will wake up. I mean, when I was at Clemson, it was amazing. I had, teachers on both sides of the political whatever, and they all had open minds. I had this one professor my freshman year. I'll never forget him. One of my favorite professors. Don't even know if he was right, left, blue, red, liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat. Didn't matter. Very open-minded guy. Loved free speech. It was 8 a.m. my freshman year. I'm pledging. I'm showing up late. He's showing up like in his pajamas and he's a professor. And it was a gen ed class, so like maybe not a huge deal if he's not like dressed down to the dimes, but it was like an English class, and he had a very unorthodox way of teaching, but he challenged us. He made us give presentations. He made us think creatively and outside of the box. He would give us like warm-up questions, discussion questions. His name was Michael Russo, if I didn't already say that. But yeah, one of the questions was, what if in the distant future, when there's a new civilization, all of our languages are eradicated, new humans are around, but there's a nuclear substance somewhere, radioactive, that if you get close to it, you're going to die. How would you hide it, and how would you communicate to somebody that doesn't know your English or your language that they cannot go to this place or touch this thing? Bunch of creative answers, like maybe you would make there be a noise that got louder and louder as you got closer to where it got excruciating when you got close. Maybe you could somehow insert into the folklore a legend of a glowing cat and if you get close to the glowing cat, you're gonna die, and then you genetically engineer cats to glow. Crazy stuff. Like he one time put a Louis C.K. bit on the projector, and it was very vulgar and very hilarious, but it pertained to what we were talking about that day, which happened to be Socratic reasoning, which is another conversation for another day. But that's the type of professor and teacher we need. I'll never forget that class. I actually learned a lot. It was like an English class. Made some great friends in that class. Learned how to public speak a little bit. Learned how to think outside the box. Now we got professors. Okay, defund Clemson, terrible idea. And then Clemson will just release these statements that just say nothing. No one mourns the wicked. That is just an awful thing to say. How can you call him wicked? Disgusting behavior by Clemson professor Melvin Earl Music. Like, bro, is this a freaking wannabe musician that's hired as a professor at my alma mater, Clemson, which I understood to be the best university in this beautiful country? Yeah, extremely disappointing. Not to mention half the students, honestly, most of the students go to the school is because we're a football school. And we traditionally have an amazing football team that stomps on people, especially the South Carolina Gamecocks, who we have lost to the past 2 years. This year was supposed to be the year. Club Nick's year. Dabo finally using the transfer portal after his resistance to evolve with the times, and we suck. We just lost to Georgia Tech by a field goal at the end of the game, freaking 55-yarder. It was a sick field goal, honestly. Shout out to Georgia Tech kicker, but like, holy crap, we should not have been in that position. We need to make a lot of adjustments in the university. Fire some coaches and fire some staff, and let's get some young guys in there, some guys that got their wits about themselves, don't care. I like to win more than I like tradition. I like, and tradition is great, you know? You need a little bit of tradition for culture. But also, we can't have professors that are saying disgusting things after a disgusting thing happens. Like, and it's happened 3 different times. I'm not going to go through and like read all of them and say all their names because I don't think they necessarily deserve that. These tenured professors that I don't know all the laws about tenure, if it's like an uncancelable contract, which, I mean, I don't even know. There needs to be some changes because I know Clemson's got some donors that are going to be unhappy about these things, and you need money to make the world go around. Yeah, I had to get this out of the way because, man, I love the Tigers. I love Clemson. It's beautiful. We got the lake, we got the dikes, great architecture, amazing Southern culture and hospitality. It's a college town, a lot of young bodies there, professors with a lot of school pride. And apparently a lot of other kind of pride, self-pride. But gosh, man, I want some changes to happen at this school, and I know I'm not the only one. People just we gotta say stuff. I mean, I know my fraternity brothers have been emailing the head of whatever. I haven't sent an email, not yet, but this is me doing my little part. But yeah, that'll do it. Go Tigers. Let's freaking win some football games and make some adjustments that I know we like to act like we don't need, but it is blatantly obvious. What we're 2-1, or we're 1-2, even worse. We beat Troy, who we were down to 16-3 at halftime. Like, gosh, dude, Troy. Who even is Troy? I was at a wedding with one of my pledge brothers, who specifically planned his wedding on this Saturday because he knew it would be a blowout, like we all knew and assumed. And we're sweating not because it's hot. We're sweating because we're losing to a team. And come on, Dabo, come on, Tigers, don't be playing with my emotions like that. Come on, President Clements. Let's hire some faculty that care about the future of these students and not just talking. Anyways, thanks for listening, you two listeners.